Hello, YouTube. Wow, I'm just vlogging like crazy today. On my way to the Union Jack right now. It's 5:56 p.m. So yeah, almost 6 o'clock. September 14th, 2021. I've marked this date on my calendar so many times, and like, it's finally here. It always kind of seemed, it's just been seeming so far off. I mean, shit, when the date of me starting at the Union Jack was September 31st, that seemed like it was taking forever to get to happen, you know, and then that date didn't happen. Anyway, no point in dwelling on all the delays that have pushed the start date of this show back. It is really happening tonight. What is not happening, at least it's not happening. I'm not even gonna fuck with it tonight, I don't think. Is sound through the house PA. When I went there for their grand opening, it was still the wrong gendered XLR plug. Should I say connection? It was the wrong gendered XLR connection on the wall. And also at one point while I was there on the patio, I'm brain farting on his name. The main manager there, Adam. It's Adam or Alan. Oh, I'm awful with names. I swear to God, I need to sit with, make little what do you call it? Flashcards of everybody whose name I need to remember and go through them. Like when I was learning my times tables in school. Shit. Anyway, I think it's Adam, the manager. I was just kicking it on the patio. I've probably been there an hour, socializing and just being oddly social and just really hitting it off with like everybody. I don't know. Sometimes I'm in those modes, and my God, if I could be like that all the time. Whoa, that guy was turning right into me where there's a sign that says no U-turn. That was a little scary. Yeah, if I could be like that, like all the time, that would be awesome. Unfortunately, more often than not, I'm nervous and weird and dealing with mental health issues and just doing my best to put on a front that's not appalling. So my apologies if I come off like a dick. I'm just trying my best to cope with some pretty severe mental health diagnoses. Anyway, so yeah, I was doing fabulous on Thursday and just socializing with everybody and just in a really great pace. I'm sure, I want to say a pint, but I think they had like 18 or 20 ounce glasses I was drinking there. But anyway, yeah, at that point I got a Carlsberg in me. Oh shit, I was gonna wear my Carlsberg shirt tonight, and I'm not wearing it. Although now that I'm like on the spot and I'm thinking about it, I didn't see my Carlsberg shirt in my closet, and it's just occurred to me I haven't seen my Carlsberg shirt in a long, long time. And maybe about 3 years ago? It's been quite a while. Maybe about 3 years ago. It was just after I was juicing for Lyme. Oh, that guy's in a hurry. I am doing a little over 50. I'm not quite sure what the speed limit is here, but that guy passed me like I was parked. Weaving in and out of cars. And he probably wonders why most motorists don't like motorcycles. It is 50. The speed limit, I mean. I just passed the speed limit sign. This is getting really rough through here. I think I noted that a while back when I was vlogging coming across this pass. Yeah, the road is getting really rough. This road didn't used to be rough. Gets a lot of traffic on it though. It's not a freeway, but it may as well be. Right, little Lincoln Park. Nice. So, anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm on the patio, got a Carlson in me, and I'm feeling pretty good, pretty sociable. And Adam comes in, and he's got the tablet. And when I say the tablet, in reference to the Union Jack. The way the audio video guy set everything up, absolutely everything in that bar is controlled on an iPad, aka the tablet. I know there's a control screen for all the security cameras, which I assume are all recording, onto a hard drive. That's kind of how most closed circuit security cameras are these days. Although most of them aren't controlled by a tablet. Most of them have a control panel somewhere in the room, like where the DVR recorder is, that's recording multiple streams. But this one is on the tablet. Not that I needed to know that, I just landed on that screen trying to figure out how to get to the screen that controls audio. Hey, check it out, here's another one of these self-driving cars. One of the, oh, this one has a different name on it. This one says Papaya. Oh, instead of car numbers, they have names. Cruise, I guess, is the name of the car company. Papaya, I guess, is the name of that car. The other one had a different name, I think it was Biscuit. Wow, and the driver is wearing a mask. He is alone in the car wearing a mask. Wow. Yeah, guess what? The mask does nothing to protect you or anyone else from COVID when you are alone. Wow. I'm assuming company policy. Wow. More people need to be thinking with their brains and not with their policies. But I digress a lot. Anyway, moving right along. Oh, and those who want to know, yeah, there's no mask policy over at the Union Jack. Like most businesses in Arizona, they assume that you know the health risks, and you're going to assume them when you go out in public. Anyway, I did not want to get on that subject. I really don't like getting on that subject, but I just couldn't help but notice a guy sitting alone in a car by himself with a mask on. And that it wasn't called Biscuit, it was called Papaya. I'm really curious about this Cruise. These orange and white self-driving cars. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. I was trying to talk about what was going on with the tablet at the Union Jack. So, yeah, I ended up on the security camera one because I was trying to find the one to control the TV screens. Now HB, the audio video guy, showed me how to operate the one that controls all the audio in the building for the house sound system, and he also showed me how to operate the one that controls all the TVs. He had already left the building, and I was still on 2 TVs. I had shut myself down just to see what happens with the system if in the absence of a signal. And it went to like a kind of like a default screen that basically showed the name of the software that runs all of that, and I forget what it is, but basically it showed that. It showed like a version number, and then it had some, in small print in the lower right hand side, it had some IP gateway information, basically showing, and I didn't notice if it was the same on both TVs or not, but anyway, just showing some information because this thing's all controlled over TCP/IP over the internal Wi-Fi network. And therein, I think, it's its biggest weakness. Like, that's its strength and its weakness. Now, there should never be any lag on the TVs. The TVs are all hardwired via Cat5, but the tablet, it's an iPad, and I don't even think it's possible to hook up an iPad via Cat5. I think tablets, particularly iPads, have to operate over Wi-Fi, and their Wi-Fi seems to be pretty slow. Like, I did a little bit of my stuff on it, and it seemed pretty laggy. Not the same caliber of slow as Bullock's, because that's just ridiculous, but still slow nonetheless. And I noticed even like with trying to upload my vlogs, like that was very, in fact, I don't even think it was really functioning. Like, it was going so slow, I just went ahead and stopped it. Anyway, yeah, the way I landed on the security screen is I was on the one for the audio, and I shut down my computer, and the 2 screens I was still on, 2 or 3 screens had switched to this kind of default screen that pops up if there's no signal on the selected input. And I just wanted to switch it back, to whatever sports, programming. Just put some games on those TVs. Not that the bar was open for business at that point in time, but there was a lot of people coming in and out, a lot of business meetings going on, training going on, and it's just kind of felt like that was part of my self-training. It's like, okay, I'm done. I need to be able to switch. I mean, that's always something that's kind of part of my job. At the end of my night, whatever input I'm running my video signal for my karaoke and music video show, I always switch it back to whatever sports is running. Usually that's done after the bar closes. Occasionally I do get a show where they want me to shut down an hour before close, at which point, I switch the TV over so the people that are still in the bar can watch whatever sports. At that point there's usually no live games, but whatever sports highlights are rolling, as opposed to just seeing a blue screen or an on screen. Generally speaking, I'm switching it at the end of the night. This guy's really trying to pass me on the right on a lane that is ending. What an a-hole. I don't know where he thought he was going. Sorry I wasn't accelerating so fast. I'm in a little economy car with a four-banger and air conditioning on full. A-hole. Anyway, sorry, I always get distracted by the bad drivers here in the valley, while making an effort not to be one of them. Anyway, so I'm trying to switch the TVs back, and like I said, this is something that I generally always do at the end of my show. In fact, sometimes it becomes an ordeal at the end of the night trying to teach staff. It's like, hey, on the nights I'm here, don't turn off the TVs. Like, even though that's normally your job, any TV that's got a karaoke background on it, says karaoke by Dan Dan, don't touch that screen. Do not. I need to, no matter how buzzed I got throughout the evening, I need to be the one that shuts that off, because they're just going to hit the power button, And the next morning when I'm not there in the bar, some other staff person is going to hit the power button